Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the fluid mechanics second unit number 3 part A, that is uniform flow in open channels. In that we are going to study the topic Chase's and Manning's formula. Okay? So let's start. In examination there is a question like describe the Chase's formula for uniform flow in an open channel. List the factors that affect the Chase's coefficient. Okay? We have to explain what is in by Chase's and Manning's formula along with the factors affecting the Chase's coefficient. So we consider a steady uniform flow of water in an open channel whose bed slope is S and cross section is uniform. For this we draw the diagram. So this is our diagram. We can show the two sloping portions. This is the section 1-1 and this is section 2-2. Okay, here is the water level. We can show like this. This is the remaining part. This is S, that is bed slope. This is the total length of this sloping portion. Okay, so here we can write in detailing. P is the wetted perimeter. Okay, this is a total wetted perimeter of having cross section. Next, capital A is nothing but the uniform cross sectional area. Capital L is equal to length of the channel. Okay. Small v is equal to mean velocity of flow. Small f is equal to frictional resistance per unit area at unit velocity. So we write here frictional resistance per unit area at unit velocity. Okay. Now gamma is the specific weight of water. Okay. So according to Frod's law, here we use the Frod's law. The frictional resistance in a length L of the channel is given by, so we write here, according to Frod's law, frictional resistance in a length that is L of channel is given by capital F is equal to small f into contact area into velocity square. Okay, so put here small f into contact area is P into L, where P is the weighted perimeter and L is the length of the channel, into velocity square, that is small v square, that is mean velocity of the flow. Okay, so work done against the friction per second is given by, we write here, work done against friction per second is given by work done is equal to frictional resistance into distance. Okay, so frictional resistance is given by, as per above formula, that is F P L into V square into F P into L into V square into V. Distance is nothing but the V. So we write F P L into V Q. Okay, we write here, this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. Okay, so next we have to calculate the weight of the water between the two sections. This is our two sections, section 1 and section 2. Okay, so we write here weight of the water between two sections. Okay, which is given by gamma into A into L, where gamma is the specific weight of water, A is the uniform cross sectional area, and L is the length of the channel. So this amount of water will fall vertically downward by a distance V in 1 second. So height of the fall is given by small v into s, where v is the mean velocity of a flow and s is the bed slope. Okay, so hence loss of potential energy in 1 second is given by weight into height of fall, which is equal to, weight is nothing but the, this is our weight, so gamma into A into L, and height of the fall is given by small v into s. Okay, so this is our loss of potential energy in 1 second, that is weight into height of fall, which is given by gamma AL into Vs. This is our equation number 3. As we know that is work done against friction is equal to loss in potential energy. So we write here work done against friction which is given by the loss in potential energy. Okay, so work done against friction we calculated above, that is F P L into V cube is equal to gamma into AL into V into S. Okay, this is our equation number 2 and this is our equation number 3. Okay, you can see that work done is given by FPL into VQ, that is equation number 2, and loss of potential energy in 1 second is gamma AL into Vs. So we write here work done against friction is equal to loss in potential energy. Equating these two equations, we get LL get cancelled, 1V get cancelled. So here is V square. V square is equal to gamma upon F into A upon P into S. Okay, so we write V is equal to under root gamma upon F into under root A upon P into S. Okay, this is our mean velocity. We equate this equation. Mean velocity of a flow is equal to C into under root Rs. Okay, so here C is equal to Chase's constant, which is given by C is equal to under root gamma upon F. Okay, and R is equal to under root, sorry, R is nothing but the hydraulic mean depth, which is given by the capital A upon P, where A is the uniform cross section area and P is the weighted perimeter of cross section A. So again I will explain you, that is C is equal to under root gamma upon F and R is the hydraulic depth, that is under root A upon P. So as we know that there is a formula for discharge, that is Q is equal to AV. So discharge, that is represented by capital Q, is equal to A into V. Okay, here A is as it is and V is nothing but the C into under root Rs. Okay, so we get the final equation for the Chase's formula is discharge is equal to, that is Q is equal to A into C into under root Rs, where A is the uniform cross section area, C is the Chase's constant, which is equal to under root gamma upon F, where gamma is the specific weight of water and F is the frictional resistance per unit area at unit velocity, and under root Rs, where R is the in under root A upon P, where A again uniform cross section area and P is the weighted perimeter of cross section and S is nothing but the bed slope. Thank you.